Hello, welcome back. Today I want to talk about the Ethiopian conflict. The mainstream media is not mentioning that there's a war going on in Ethiopia at the moment. There's a civil war going on in Ethiopia at the moment. And the European Union and the US is funding the war. That's really awful. They're doing the same thing that they has done in Ukraine. They fund the rebels in 2014 to overthrow the government in Ukraine. The Nazis. The Azov Battalion. That's what they're called. But actually they are Nazis. And that's who's fighting at the moment too in Ukraine. But we're not going to focus on Ukraine. We can focus on Africa. The same thing is happening in Africa. The US and the European Union is funding the war there. They're funding the rebels. Because the rebels was in power for decades. And the US and the European Union can get what they want. Control over the resources and the government. And as soon as the government changed hands in Ethiopia and the Ethiopian government decided to make peace with their neighbor, Eritrea, all hell break loose. Because the European Union didn't like that. The US didn't like that. As I would say, the collective West. Because they want to control the resources and they want to control nations. And what they're doing is awful, wrong. They've been doing it for decades, centuries. The Tigian, if I pronounce it right, Tigian tribe is a very small tribe in Ethiopia. And they had power for decades. Now they lost the power. And the Ethiopian government has looked more towards China, and they had a lot of development going on. They have trains, they get a dam. They're trying to do a lot for the people of Ethiopia. The economy started to boom. All of a sudden, there's conflict. And that's conflict due to America and the European Union funding the Tigian rebels to destroy the government. They have been doing it for centuries in Africa, and they still continue to do it. Tribalism. They know how to stir it up. Sometimes they fund both sides of the conflict so they can get control of the resources. And as soon as China come in as well and was more dominant helping Ethiopia, the West didn't like that. But the West don't help nobody. So if China is going to help some person, these Western nations don't like it. But they don't help. They give you loans with a lot of strings attached from the IMF and the World Bank. But at the end of the day, what the strings attached does do is to take the resources and put it in the hand of Western corporations. So the wealth will always leave the nations, African nations. You get to do the hard work. And the wealth come to Europe and America, Australia, Japan, China, all over. And that's what they like to do. They fund both sides, destabilize the country, and then come in and pick up what they want. Free. Or very little money is being paid to the workers to extract the minerals, the gold, the wealth, and all the natural resources. The European Union and these people doesn't care about Ethiopia or Africa. If you see what's happening in Ukraine, when the war started, They're asking the whole mainstream media. You could never turn on the radio, the TV, your telephone, Facebook, YouTube. Everything was flooded with Ukraine. Help the Ukraine people. Pray for the Ukraine people. Donate to the Ukraine people. Where's the donations for Africa? Where's the donations for Afghanistan? Where's the donations for Yemen, Syria, Cameroon, Western Africa? Where's the donations to help these people? They don't care about these people. They don't care about Africa. But as soon as these people see white people, they say probably to themselves, these is our people. We got to protect them. We got to take care of them. That's the European Union. Where's the European Union now passing laws or giving support to the governments of Africa? The US and the European Union is not doing anything for Africa. Where does France do? France can't live without West Africa. But somehow people don't understand. The French have nothing to offer. All of these nations, they're living off the backs of Africa. They're feeding. And back to the conflict in Ethiopia, there's about this figure has not been confirmed yet, but over 500,000 people has been cut off due to the conflict, and they can't get no resources and food and stuff like that, good clean drinking water and stuff. So a lot of people can die. A lot of people have died already. And another big problem too as well, Biden has deployed troops to Somalia. Now this haven't been confirmed yet, but the US troops that was in Somalia, or some, have diverted, gone across the border and gone into Ethiopia to help the rebels, the Tigrayans, rebel forces to fight the Ethiopian government. That haven't been confirmed. But if you know the West, the collective West, everything is possible. That's how these people work. They're trying to get rid of the Ethiopian government. The people voted for the Ethiopian government, but they want to get rid of the Ethiopian government. They want a coup d'etat. And that's how the European Union and the US and these people work. The mainstream media is not covering this story because they don't care about Africa. Where is the funding now to help Africa? There's no funding to help Africa. If you can get anything, you can get loans with strings attached from the IMF or the World Bank. That anytime something happens, you miss a loan payment or whatever, you can lose something. And all of these strings attached, it doesn't contribute nothing to the economy. Everything is get packed up in the bags, all the cash, all the wealth, and leave Africa. And now as well too, even on the Sudanese-Ethiopian border, there's a conflict starting to brew there at the moment. 4 days ago now, the Ethiopian government had denied that they sent troops there to have conflict. Ethiopian government said they want peace with Sudan, they don't want conflict, and they want a dialogue with the government, the Sudanese government. But again, the Sudanese government is backed by the US and the European Union. So they want to start a conflict on there now. They're trying to bring Sudan into the conflict because as at the moment, the Chinese is helping the Ethiopians with weapons and stuff and ammunition to fight off the Americans, the Western So it's not going to plan. So they're trying now to get the Sudanese to come into the conflict. This how the Western nations work. The collective West. This how these people work. I don't see the outcry for the people of Africa. These people are biased, racist as well. They have no integrity. They are dishonest people, very dishonest people. The European Union and the Americans, all of these people are dishonest. The Canadians, the French, all of these people are dishonest. They're living off the backs of the African nations. Without Africa, these nations have nothing to offer. Their currency is back on Wall Street. It's backed it on Wall Street. If you look at Russia, it's back on gold and natural resources. Why you think they kill I forget his name now. Gaddafi. Sorry. Why you think they killed Gaddafi? Because he wanted the African Union to come together and start a currency just like the European Union called the dinar, and all the money would be backed with gold and natural resources. Africa will be the richest continent. And they went and gave him democracy. They went and gave Gaddafi democracy because somehow he was taking. It's just awful what these people is do. And Hillary Clinton was laughing. Oh, we kill him. She's laughing at Gaddafi death. These neoliberals. They're called neocons. That's what it means. They're cons. These people are criminals. They've been destroying Africa for decades, centuries, and they will not stop. As soon as a government starts to rise, there's going to be conflict. Because they don't want you standing on your own 2 feet. Ethiopia, the people there is suffering, and there's no help coming. The European Union is silent. America is silent. They're just focusing on Ukraine. They can't win the war in Ukraine, but they're just using the Ukrainian as puppets. And the ordinary Ukrainian is going to suffer for decades to come. I don't understand what the West want. I want the West out of Africa. Leave Africa alone. Come out of Ethiopia. Come out of West Africa, Kenya, all over Sudan. Get out. Nigeria is one of the richest nations in Africa, but can't stand on their own 2 feet. We need to get out. Get these people out. Get them out. Mali trying their best to get rid of the French. The French do not want to go. They don't want to go. Go home, French. France, go home. We don't need you in West Africa. Go out. Let the people be independent, not dependent. We don't need you. Get out. I don't want to go on a rant now, but this is very frustrating. I'm not African, but I see Africa as my homeland, as my motherland. And I want to tell the truth. The truth. Anyhow, I can kill this here now, and I want you to understand, you need to keep your eyes on Ethiopia. Ethiopia need your help, and they need your voice as well. The mainstream media is not going to cover Ethiopia. It does not benefit them at the moment. They get anything about Ethiopia, it's going to be propaganda from these people going against the government most likely. And now they're trying to bring Sudan in. All hell is going to break loose. Break loose. Anyhow, I want to stop here now for now. And I want you to like, share, and subscribe, because videos like these is going to be at the bottom of the food chain for YouTube and Facebook. They're not going to promote videos that are trying to change the narrative. So anyhow, take care and have a good one. I can hear you soon again. Bye.